And we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Washington Redskins and the Minnesota Vikings. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30.
Let's go, let's go. There we go, you see it, you see it? 180!
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Now they try the right side here. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Now a handoff looking right. And some room to run now. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
On first down, Trubisky. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. From the shotgun is Trubisky. Over the middle, complete. That's Bird. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. His first catch, good for 16 and a first. They go play action here on first down. On the crossing route, complete. It's Bird. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Trubisky to throw again. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up 1st and goal. they'll turn to a power game to try to get in. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Rob Kelly, his second touchdown on the season. And the Vikings take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Crosby with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Crosby on now to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Flex round! Flex round!
Now a second down throw for Kaiser. He completes it to Julio Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down. A first down carry by Elliott. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, Elliott. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. On 1st and 10, Kaiser. A dump off to Elliott. Space to run past the 20. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Offensive line wasn't set. There's the flag, and 5 yards back they go.
Quarterback has to look around and make sure that his team is ready to go. Sometimes the quarterbacks go faster than is necessary.
The false start hurts him there a bit. Backs him up to 2nd and 9.
Ohio! 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 Ohio!
From the gun, Kaiser. And he's got it. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
They'll try and pound it into Drake. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. So stopped from the 2, now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space. His path became similar to almost running a stretch.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. Ezekiel Elliott hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Redskins are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And he's able to put it through. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know. We know where we are right now. But the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
A throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Play action. Now Trubisky out to his left. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down. They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Hey, gotta go. Hey, 18. Behind.
Looking to throw again, Trubisky. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason McCourty. Breaks the tackle, he's got room to run. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Redskins touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but if the ball's in the air, they treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Extra point up and good by Bailey. And that makes the score 14-7. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It comes back to those defensive backs for the former deep. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Elliott. Finding some room at midfield. And finally down at the 32-yard line. That one good for 33 and a first.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
First down, Kaiser looking downfield for Jones. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Throwing again is Kaiser on 2nd and 10. Throw left side, caught by Goodwin. Touchdown, Washington. Marquise Goodwin, his first touchdown on the year. And the Redskins are going to add on to their lead.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. Bailey got the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Bailey now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And they'll run it here. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And this one will go to the 28-yard line. They'll give him a yard on the play, and just like that, it's 3rd down. Two minutes remain here in the first half. More from Minneapolis after this. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here.
Gotta go. Blue.
Now it's Trubisky. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Red, up. Set up. 180. Hey, 18.
Now Trubisky on 1st down. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Gary and Conley. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. Following the interception, Kaiser. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Let's go. White 90. Flex round.
They'll throw here. Kaiser. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the 1st down marker is here on 3rd. From the shotgun, it's Kaiser. Well, Kaiser can't get away, and he'll go down. Tyler Davison. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Townsend to punt it. And now out comes Minnesota. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. 1st down now, but that clock rolling.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Trying to lay one up deep. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this 1st half. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Red, up. Sit up. 180.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Former Buckeye first-rounder Garyon Conley there to knock that away.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter. A lot of time to change things.
We're go, let's go. 36.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
18.
Throwing here, Trubisky. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. Now Mason Crosby on for the field goal. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. And Crosby puts it through. So we have come upon half. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Redskins offense now, they head back onto the field. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 4 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it 2nd down. Now Kaiser. He'll get this into the hands of Deion Kane. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. That goes for a gain of 31.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Kaiser, and that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Eric Sauber, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Redskins find a way to stretch their lead. Bailey now for the extra point. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Bailey now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
We'll see what they... And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Now, this is where field awareness comes into play. He's getting perilously close to his own goal line, and after that sack, backed up to his own 2.
After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile.
Set up! 180! Blue.
Now Trubisky back into his end zone. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Gary and Conley. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Redskins touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Bailey got the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
It looks way too easy right now. 2 carries, 2 straight first down runs. The eyes are carrying the legs to the proper hole, but they're being created by an offensive line that has the leverage game going for them right now. Lower than the defensive front, creating space, and he's finding it in a big way. Got to love what they're doing on offense right now.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. 2nd and 10. It's Trubisky again. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Now Trubisky to throw. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Looking to throw Trubisky on first down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Brandon, we're into the second half, and this offense has not scored a lot of points, and that was another example of why. I think it's time to open things up and start really trying to move the ball.
And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
180! Blue, blue. Hey, 18.
On 3rd down, Trubisky throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down.
Hang on, we got, you see it, you see it? 18, 18.
They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. And that is going to be incomplete. Former Buckeye first-rounder Garyon Conley there to knock that away. So the defense asked to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
Kaiser on first down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 18. But they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter defensively. They did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Gotta go.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's got this one down to the 10.
Let's go.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits. And he'll
get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Corey Grant, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that'll cut the lead down to 18. Crosby on now to kick it away. And here come the Redskins now. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Oh, he nearly picked it. Maybe daylight in front of him if he could have held on. Instead, 2nd down.
Appeared to me he was just trying to find an open receiver and got forced out to his right. Had to come off of a guy downfield, try to hit his back. Unable to connect. Should have been an easier throw moving to his right, though.
Yeah, much easier, obviously, for a right-handed quarterback. If he was going to his left, a little bit tougher.
Exactly.
A 2nd down throw down for Kaiser. Dancing to his left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Kevin Pierre-Louis in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Third and long for Kaiser. And that's Elliott, complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 16 on 3rd and 16, and that spot moves the chains. Kaiser now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Redskins with the football and the lead as we start the 4th. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. 10th carry now for Elliott. And an alley to run. And he'll be take him down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 16 yards there. 2 straight plays of 16 yards and another first down. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. The tackle will be credited to Jake Ryan.
That gives him 98 yards in this game, and he's got to feel pretty good about that, but the entire offense does. The big thing, though, Brandon, they've got to get to 100, though.
You think he knows he's at 98?
I think someone has told him by now, and here's the thing. Getting to 100 or more is tangible evidence that you've had a nice day running the football, and that's what his offensive line wants for him and for themselves.
They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
That is caught at the 7. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. I don't want to make a story where there's not one, but he threw the 3 interceptions last week. Looked a little uncomfortable. He looks much more comfortable today.
Yeah, just 1 pick so far and his team leads. So now they can play complementary football, meaning if he takes care of the ball and his offense, if they're humming along, the defense doesn't have to be out there as long. He's taking care of his guys on the other side of the ball.
And they're enjoying a fourth-quarter advantage. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Ezekiel Elliott with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Redskins are going to add on to their lead. Extra point try by Bailey. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Bailey now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Now they try the right side here. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
On 3rd down, it's Grant. And some room to work. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. They give him 12 yards and a 1st down. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting third down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on third and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on third down. Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. And he will make his way back to where he started from, and that's all, as we will make our way to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. The Vikings on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 8. Now it's Trubisky. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
On first down, Trubisky. Forced out to his left. The 20. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Corey Grant. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit. Crosby connects on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down to 18. Crosby on now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. They come into enemy territory, and I don't care what the matchup is in the National Football League. You're up like this late in the game on the road. This feels pretty good.
Oh, it feels fantastic. Anytime you get a road victory in the NFL, that's a big-time accomplishment, and to do it this convincingly, that just tears up the script that every home team has, which is nobody comes into our house and pushes us around. They took care of business today. Yeah, they pushed around, and now the final stages of this one. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it. And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And a nice carry there of 15 yards. I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be giving a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line. Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule? 4th quarter. And this is taken in for a Redskins touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, 30 yards. And the Redskins find a way to stretch their lead. And they got the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Bailey now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride? Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them.
Blue.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. Now before the second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Off the play fake. Here's Trubisky. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
4 down.
On third down. That's Grant. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defense